To Control Speed Tier 2. My name is Thomas and next to me is Lewis. Lewis, how are you doing?
Yes, good, thanks. Thanks for having me again, Thomas. Yeah, it's lovely sunny blue skies in Canada for the Tier 2 boys. I'd say this has been, so far, Tier 2 and Tier 1, but particularly Tier 2, the championship, the way it's looking, it's been the most exciting, arguably the most exciting racing so far. We also had a great race in Monaco last week, and expecting the same in Canada. I didn't get much testing, so I don't really know who's the fastest in this tier round here. But looking forward to seeing the normal title contenders: Ricky, Ginger Ninja, Matrix, sort of coming to their own Mitch. So yeah, looking forward to the rest of the proceedings.
We're definitely gonna do. And normally we just start. I'm just gonna pause the game. Normally we start the stream off with already a little bit of banter and just gonna do our job. But I would like to have a little bit of a moment for Dan X47. He's not here because of certain circumstances, but I don't know if he wants to tell this to everyone, so I just keep it to myself and the rest. But I would like to have 1 minute of silence just to remember him, to think about him, and if he wants he can explain it, otherwise not, but just 1 minute of silence. I know he really appreciates this, so pray and type and F in the chat to pay respect for him, and we'll have 1 minute of silence from now on. So then, this was for you and for your family. I wish you all the best, and I think Lewis has the same as well. So yeah, we just start off with the usual stuff. As we see, Dan Robo with a 990 to start off this session.
Yes, so Dan Robbo, who crossed the line first last weekend, did he? I think did Ricky get his penalty rescinded in the end last weekend?
Yes, he did. Yeah, he took the win after the penalty. Yeah, we could all see that after the incident he had to cut the chicane to avoid Dan.
Yeah.
And yeah, he got and the same goes for Oaksy, by the way, but he didn't gain anything with it because he lost too much time. But yeah, both got 3 seconds removed, so that put Ricky up to P1 again.
Yeah, he showed me the feed, and I was agreement. Like, at the end of the day, he had to avoid because he didn't know whether the car was ghosting. It did look potentially like it was ghosting, but you can't take that chance around Monaco. And he didn't. It wasn't like a proper cut and sped up and gained lots of time. He didn't gain any time from it. He had to avoid this spun car. Yeah, I had no issues with that penalty being rescinded for Ricky. So, but still a great drive from Dan Robbo. From the way back to get a P2 result. It was his first real good result so far this season, because I know him from Tier 3 last year. He was almost won the championship with Perry. He is a legitimate driver. He's got the speed, and we've seen all these guys that moved up from Tier 3 into Tier 2. They are all fast drivers, so it was good to see that he could show his true pace. Although, quali was a struggle for him, but that was for everyone with the wets. But yeah, hopefully that will give him good confidence for the rest of the weekend. And so far, P2, obviously half of the guys haven't done any running yet, but yeah, it looks good so far.
Yeah, it's looking really good with Ricky with 1.8.8 on. I think it was the Hypersoft, yeah. So just talk a little bit about the strategy. You can make the one-stop work on the hypersoft, but it's really gonna be a struggle on the hypersofts and on the super softs as well, except for Lego, because for some reason he can do this really easily. But for the rest of the guys, it's just a little bit of a struggle, especially at the end of the hypersoft stint, to make the tires work. So we will probably see a lot of the guys go for the ultra soft tire, and they want to go on the super softs eventually at the end of the race as well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting for the guys to see what strategy they are going to go for, as Steve is going to cross the line with a 19.7. So he backs out for the Force India of YC Boy. But yeah, just like I said, it's going to be interesting with the strategy, and it's going to be interesting which guys can manage the tires really well. I know Mitch is someone who can manage his tires really well, and I saw in the chat that a lot of guys were saying he was really quick in practicing as well. So I think he is someone to look out for. And yeah, with his teammate missing, he needs to score the points for Sauber today. So he needs to do his absolute best and get those 25 points to not lose that much in the championship standings.
Yeah, Mitch, he does love this track, and yeah, he does look glued on it. He's on the super soft at the moment. He's doing another lap, and he's a 10th up at the moment. Oh, and Roland's retired. But yeah, on the strategy, tyre strategy, it did look in my race, the super soft to ultra was a really good strategy. The guys were able to make the ultra last really well, obviously because it's a fresh tyre. And yeah, it didn't go off too badly. The hyper, unfortunately for me, I went a bit greedy and tried to get a good quali position, just because I was struggling a little. I wasn't quite on the pace around Canada. It's just not quite. It's not a track I don't like. I just doesn't quite suit me. My characteristics quite like other tracks do. But I went greedy and went for a 9 ballast. And it worked for the most part. It was just the end of the race. The rears just, yeah, it wasn't too bad, but the rears just got up on me. So but I know the ultra super soft strategy is an easy strategy normally if you ran like an 8 ballast. Ballast. The hyper soft, super soft, like you said, yeah, that can work as long as you are good on your tires. So yeah, at the moment, obviously, a lot of those guys are going for that hyper soft, super soft strategy. But so far, no one on the ultra. Well, there's one guy on the ultra, and that's Matty Robbo. So yeah, a complete switch up then on strategy. I'm surprised because the super soft will struggle, and although you get qualifying position, I found that the hyper soft, yeah, okay, granted the first 4 laps it's good, but the ultra seems to be the better race tyre. And that's what I'm saying, if you can get in the top 10 on the super soft, there's quite a lot of people running on the super soft, which makes me think they're going to go onto the ultra at the end of the session. That's my thinking, is that I'm guessing you'd think the same, because you only get one set of super softs, don't you?
Yeah, that's so annoying. I already said it before. If you want to go for an alternative strategy than qualifying on the softest tire, you only got like a sort of one-shot quali to do. And that's the only possibility you have to really get your lap in, and that's quite frustrating because at tracks like Spain and sort of this track as well, but especially the track Singapore is one of them, you sort of want to start on the middle tire to have an advantage for the race, because you just disadvantage yourself by starting on the softer compound, and it's really annoying that you only got one set of tires. So yeah, I think you're right there. And people on the Ultrasoft definitely got a good chance of taking the victory today. And I remember the reason why Profotis retired, because I was practicing with him as well. He's got a quali ban for today, so that's why he had to retire, because he's not allowed to put in a lap, and he needs to retire within, I think it was 5 or 10 minutes starting the session. But it just did fine. It just had to load his setup, then retire, and he's ready for the race. Right. So yeah, that's why he retired. Let's see, Ricky on a outlap on Hypersoft tires again. So yeah, I think Matrix and then Robo both on Hypersoft tires with a 1.8.5 and a 1.8.6. I think those guys will be qualifying on the hypersoft tires, but definitely Ginger Nia and maybe Medi Robo as well. They will definitely improve on, I think, the ultrasoft tire.
Yeah, they've gotten yesterday because of their lap times falling back. Yeah, now seeing a few people who've been doing their times in the Super are starting to, well, they're going on to the Ultra. So there are a lot more people on the Hyper. Yesterday's race was only a couple of people that did the Hyper soft run. It didn't do them too badly. Some of them, others, it did affect them. It just depends how quick you are, I suppose, how good you are at managing that Hyper tyre at the beginning of the race. But so yeah, Matrix setup is really good for the one lap, unless he's changed it, which I guess he hasn't, because again he's on pole. It's a really good setup. Looking on when I was on time trial, I did give it a go myself. Managed to somehow do a 1 minute 7.7, I think I did. It was the only lap. It was a one-off. It was a fluke, but. It's a really good one-lap setup. The race, it does cause potentially issues with the rears because of that ballast. It is so yeah. It'll be interesting to see whether he has moved the ballast back to an 8 just to make the rears better. Because the rest of the setup is really good, and it showed with a 10th clear of Dan Robbo. Mitch's setup is really good as well. He's keeping it, his rears will be in better stead with the wheel as well. I think the wheel helps around here quite nicely with giving you that better initial turn in that the pad doesn't quite give you that advantage on a one lap. Unless you go to a 9 on the ballast. The 9 then allows for the car to rotate better on the pad. And with corners like this where you've got a quick right-left or left-right, that's quite important to be able to get that initial turning working. So I think the wheel might help these guys out potentially with the wear rate on the rears, and also on the front, just giving them that bite if there's any the wheel races out there. But so far, to be honest, the top 3 top 4 are all pad users, and I know anyway for sure, and they've got the quick laps in at the moment. I'm just seeing who else on the Ultra. Mitch is now on the Ultra. He's yet to come out. Blank, the Fallen's on Hypers. Oaksy's on the Ultra. Steve is on the Ultra. Crowing. Yes, we've got a lot of guys now who did do their laps on the Supers. And not bad lap times. They're all in the 1 minutes, apart from Crowing and Varamir. They're all in the 1 minute 9s. So an Ultra lap time, and Mitch you're expecting to be 1.8, a mid 1.8 on the Ultra, maybe like an 8.6, something like that. So a lot of these guys are gonna, and that 8.6, 8, if he can do that sort of time, that'll get him in the top 3. So
yep, it will.
Yeah, it's not far off.
Yeah, just to come back on the Matrix thing, I did a practice race, the same practice race I did with Roland. Matrix qualified second and I qualified P1, and he was just hanging on for like the whole race, so he really got the pace at this track. So just like you said, really need to keep an eye out for him as well, and on pole at the moment, so it's just making those expectations work really well.
Yeah,
Oaksy came into the pits on the Ultrasoft tire, so he's probably just getting a feel for it, testing it out, and just coming back on them with lower fuel, or maybe he's just not feeling them at all and just going straight onto the Hypersoft tire to maybe snatch pole. And Ricky got a DRS failure, so that's really annoying as well, especially around this track where top speed is really a crucial thing. So he's just going back into the pits, I see, and he's gonna be hoping for the DRS to be fixed. As Dan Robbo is out, he's probably going for a false lap. Strange timing, maybe he wants some clear track, but yeah, with 2 minutes 30 to go, I think if he can just do 2 laps, he's low on fuel, so he's probably coming in. He needs to hurry up if he wants to go back out onto the track. I don't know what he's doing really, he's not hurrying up. and his time is running out.
Yeah. I'm just on board with Blank because he's now gone to the Hyper. So he did his earlier run on the Super. It's not been the best of opening sectors because he's only 600s up on his previous lap time. But yeah, he's decided to go Hyper. The top. Oh yeah. So Matrix has now gone on the Ultra as well. So that's weird. He's allocated he's on his outlap. Matrix has gone on to the Ultra Soft. So unless he thinks he can improve his lap time, then yeah, that's a strange one. But I think Blank is one of the first ones he's going to cross the line. Well, he could do another lap, obviously, but on the Hypers you don't want to do that. There's yellows everywhere, but that's probably for people slowing down.
Yeah, it is. He's coming up to the line now, so gonna be interesting. 1.8.
Oh, 1.88.
That's P4 for him. Maybe he can slow everything down. No, he's pushing on. No, he's backing off. So he's got 1 minute to go. He needs to hurry up, but he's still got time to rest him. Just a fast, or how do they say it in Formula 1? Hot, cold, hot lap or something. I don't know really what it is, but he's probably doing that one. Just cooling everything down and then going for it again. I don't know if that's really a good thing to do on the hypersoft tires, just like you said, but maybe it's gonna work. Maybe he's just gonna put in the fastest lap of today. We've got to wait and see. Let's see, Matrix on the ultrasoft tire coming through now, sector 2. Let's see what he can do on those ultrasoft tires.
Yes, Mitch is. I don't know if Mitch is on a hot lap or not. I'm guessing he is because of the speed. Always brushes the wall. Is it an improvement in lap time? It is an improvement. 1.87, so just a tenth shy of what I predicted. That puts him up into P3. It's a brilliant lap from Mitch.
Good job from Mitch. Really good job. Let's see now, Matrix coming up to the fast left right chicane and the wall of champions on his right hand side. Got past that really well, and now
he's going to improve.
Onto the line, 1.8.3.
Oh, he does! Wow!
Good lap.
Oh, he's just dropped that gauntlet there. That said, I told you that setup was good. 1.83 on the Ultra.
On the Ultra, that's a really
and that has
solid
completely put the cat amongst the pigeons with that one, because on the Ultra he's going to be on the better strategy. Dan Robbo doesn't improve. Ricky is on his hot lap. He gets DRS this time. So, and he's on the Hyper. So what is Ricky going to do? Lovely round those. The championship leader, he's coming towards the line. He could be on course for pole here. He crossed the line. It's an improvement. He's done it. Oh, it's a Ferrari 1-2.
Oh,
wow.
This is big for the championship, and I'm happy with this as the Ferrari driver. This is absolutely amazing stuff. But now it's interesting to see it. Let's see, no one is on a lap anymore. But we got
that's it.
Ricky on the Hypersoft and Matrix on the Ultrasoft. So at some point of the race, Matrix will have the pace advantage over Ricky, if not on the first lap as well.
I think personally, it's a fascinating strategy, but I think Matrix getting that lap in and Mitch, those two are looking really good. To do those lap times on the Ultras just shows you like how quick they are. I mean, granted Ricky and Dan Robbo are first and third, but you really, when you look at it on lap times, Matrix and Mitch are the two fastest guys on track. So yeah, really looking forward to this race now to see, because in theory, if there's no incidents, the guys on the Ultra should have the faster race strategy. But there's potential of safety cars, all sorts can happen. This track is very unforgiving still, so yeah.
It is, yep, it definitely is. Yeah, Ricky with the DRS failure puts it on pole. Really solid stuff. Just look at the gap between him and Matrix. Really close. Then we got Dan Robo on the Hypersoft and then Mitch. So we got Matrix and Mitch really close as well. Finally we got like the big and the fast guys close to each other fighting for the championship. We got Plank in P5, Donamo on Ultrasoft tires in P6, Oaksy P7 on Hypersofts, Steve on Ultrasoft, Medi on Hypersols and Juventus again on Ultrasols. So really mixed strategies in the top 10. Yeah, it's really going to be interesting to see which guys can manage the tires well and which guys don't. And Dominic's in the chat, he says on Multi 21 coming up, and I think we're going to see that. And it doesn't surprise me if it's going to happen on lap 1 or 2 already.
Absolutely. Wow. I'm excited. This track always, obviously being a short lap, it does bring close racing, close lap times in quali. But yeah, we've Ricky. I think he did get DRS when I was on board with him. He definitely had DRS going down the main straight towards the finish line. So
okay.
He went because he went back in the pits. Maybe they fixed it, so his issue got sorted out in the end. But yeah, it's guys to look out for. A couple of guys, 11th and 12th, I think. Ginger Ninja, he's on the super soft. He's the top runner on the super soft. So obviously he'll have fresh tyre allocation. He might try to choose a super soft, or he might go for something else. I'm just going to see tyre. No, he stays on the super softs. So everyone from 11th down have gone on a fresh set of super softs, which I agree with. I thought it was a really good tyre strategy, particularly at the beginning of the race. The guys on the super softs were just a lot quicker at the beginning of the race. And then at the end, obviously, they then get another fresh set of tyres, being on the faster tyre as well, like an ultra soft. Yeah, so all those guys at the back are going to be coming through the field.
Yeah, it will, like P11 till P7, they will be slower at the beginning of the race. But when those guys in the top 10, when they stop for their super soft tires, the guys on the bottom half of the table will go to ultra soft tires. So we'll just switch halfway or just a little bit over the halfway point of the race. And then it's interesting to see what those guys can do. Maybe with some carnage at the beginning of the race in the top 10, they can gain some positions already, and definitely at the end of the race with the lighter car on those ultra soft tires, you can maybe do something special. And yeah, there's someone in the chat, I don't know his name, but he says number 1 Hypersoft, number 2 Ultrasoft, number 3 Hypersoft. This is like Ultrasoft, Hypersoft, Ultrasoft, Hypersoft, Ultrasoft, Hypersoft, Ultrasoft. So yeah, it's really going to be interesting for those guys with managing the tires. And I think after lap 6, lap 7,
Ricky got
disqualified. And Matrix as well. Oh no.
There's a few people. That's really. They must have hit each other.
2 Ferraris.
They must have made contact. That's the thing I'm thinking. Maybe
they will start on cold tires. And Matrix is not gonna be happy on those ultra soft tires.
The only pleasant thing for them is it's a very short getaway, and it's very narrow. I felt I had a great start in my race yesterday, but I had nowhere to go. I couldn't, because you can't really, if the guy's blocking the inside line, you've got guys on the outside. So they are lucky that they're both in front of each other.
Oh my days. Yes, we got 5 red lights. Oh, I hate this. And away we go for the Canadian Grand Prix. Good start from Ferrari, but just like I said, that Robo down the inside of Matrix. Oh, Matrix, watch your nose. But then Robo makes it stick. Yes, and Black is gonna go around the outside. Oh, Matrix, that's gonna be strategy down the drain for the 2 Ferraris. Ricky tries to get away. Blank going for the inside. Nope. He doesn't, but that's Matrix from P2 down to P4.
Yep, some great battling in the midfield. No incidents I can report. Unfortunately, MP Motorsport is in the pit, so obviously he hasn't been able to do the race or something. So he's propped up, but yeah, it's a battle of Wisey Boy and the Fallen, just having a battle in 13th, 14th spot. Oaksy's passed on Ammo as well. Steve's making a move past Juventus. It's all Constantina's up in the hairpin bend. But yeah, so far clean. Don Ammo's really got a bit of a train, so he's lost 2.5 seconds. I wonder if he's got any wing damage from something. But he's
not on my screen, but it was him and Oxy side by side for almost the whole lap, so I think that's why they lost that much time. Oxy now going for it again, round the outside, turns into the inside for the next turn. Yeah, solid move from Oxy. Good job. Him up to P6, and now he needs to close that gap down to Mitch.
Yeah, so Ricky has pulled off a good gap. He had a really good start. Like you said, though, that Hypersoft made the difference. And yeah, Matrix just didn't get a good start at all. And Dan managed to get through, and then Blank got through as well. So those three Hypersofts making the difference in the end. But yeah, we'll be coming to the next laps now, lap time wise. So we've got 1.3, 1.2, and a Matrix right behind Matrix and Mitch right behind Blank. DRS won't be activated as yet, but it will be next time by. And it'll be interesting to see their top speeds. But Blank is using a lot of ERS at the moment. He's on overtake, which, considering DRS isn't on at the moment, I wouldn't have done that. And now he's on 0, so Matrix is going to get a good run down the straight, because I'm sure he's not on. He's on high at the moment.
Oh, he's looking for it. Yep, exactly. And now we got Steve in P8 and Matty Robo. He needs to leave a little bit of a gap as well. 2 seconds now to Steve in front. So we got the top 5 close to each other. We got Oxy, Donamo and Steve, and then we got the Matty Robo train behind him, and that's P9 till...
Oh, the Ferrari! The Ferrari went off.
Oh,
Matrix crashed. I didn't see it, but I saw him. Yeah, I don't know if he got
wing
damage.
Wing damage confirmed. Left front. Left front.
Oh no! Now I wonder if that was with contact with Blank at all, or it was just on his own with losing the rear. Like I said, he does like the 9 ballast, and it does make the rears, especially on heavy fuel load, it can make it very prone if you make any little bit of contact or clip a curve too much. It can cause that issue of oversteer. But that's seriously not going to. This is giving Mitch great chance. Mitch is on the inside here of Blank. Thinks better off it. Smart move. It's a tricky corner to make a move on unless you're right alongside or even past someone because of how tight the corner is. It's so easy to outbrake yourself as well. Having the DRS, having the higher ERS on that long straight. So Mitch, yeah, did the safe thing there. Although it's another lap potentially that he'll be behind Blank, where the other guys ahead can gain time.
Yeah, Mitch tried to go for a move. But yeah, just like I said, I think Matrix just lost it on his own and didn't got it on stream, unfortunately. They got left front damage, and Juventus spit it as well the last lap, so I think he picked up some damage as well. And now Mitch on those ultra soft tires, he wants to get past Blank, because I think this is the moment where the hyper soft tires starting to go off a little bit, and where the ultra tires just get into the rhythm. And
yeah, he's going to get him this time, sure.
Yeah, he's getting a good exit, puts it up to ERS mode 4, Blank on 5th. I don't think
Blank's on hot mode, but overtake is the better strategy.
I think he just takes his loss. Mitch down the inside. I think just Blank thinks, yeah, Mitch is faster. Just stay behind him, because it's easy on this track to stay behind someone, even though he's got a pace advantage. Just with the DRS you gap halfway through the lap, and at the end of the lap it's easy to stay within 1 second, and Oxy got right up to these guys. Yeah, interesting. Oxy got the pace on the Hypersoft tires, it seems, and Blank is just really struggling. He's going wide as well. Touch the wall, no damage.
You'd be alright with that.
No damage on his right front. Easy to get wing damage as well, with the walls really close to the track. And yeah, Oxy's just caught up to him quite easily now within this DRS window, and Blank already out of DRS, so he needs to look at his back mirrors to see if Oxy's not going to get past him.
So the gap is, Mitch is now, so he's 2.9 behind Dan Robbo, and Dan Robbo is a further 2.1 behind Ricky. So he's still in really good shape, because he will start to slowly catch in. However, the hyper runners are doing so far so good. The top guys anyway, they don't seem to be struggling so much with their tyre. But Mitch is starting to go quicker than him now, looking on the leader gap. So he's 5.1 behind Ricky. and so it'll be interesting to see whether that gap comes down now. We're getting to that turning point where the hyper soft is going to start to lose a bit of its rear grip, a bit more of it, to the point where the ultra soft is going to be more competitive. Pit stop wise, the people on the hypers are going to be pitting in the next few laps, sort of thought. Lap at 8, something like that. The ultra runners, anywhere between excuse me, lap 12,
Bless
lap
you.
14. Yeah, bless me. Lap 12, lap 14, probably lap 14 is probably in the ideal window for the ultra soft runners. So yeah, that's the interesting window. Obviously, Ricky's going to have, the guys who pit early are going to have that initial advantage, but then obviously towards the end of the race they will be struggling.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a train behind Steve now, as Matrix with wing damage got past him, and now he's struggling to keep those guys behind him, as Blank is defending as well from Oxy. Steve defends the inside, Chinchania going round the outside. What a move from Chinchania. Great move, but now Steve, can he come back? He's not using his DRS, don't know why. Whoa, that was really close. But Ninja makes the mistake. Good solid job from him. And Oxy, oh, I saw the icon popping up that he got past someone, but he's still in P5.
Fallen has another 3-second penalty. Yeah, the super soft is starting to is looking good, and he's making progress. Ginger Ninja in P8. It's almost like the super soft, I think, is the best tyre to actually start on. But obviously, you just lose that track advantage. But it's a really strong tyre at the beginning of this race, because these guys have done their quali laps at the top 10. Makes it a bit different. Matrix just makes a move on Donamo, but obviously the way that corner works, Donamo could ride along the outside, but it did compensate. It did cost him a bit of exit pace, and Matrix is right behind him, having a look down the inside, but just not. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh my days! Blank is out!
Oh no! Oaksy, what? I don't know.
Oaksy was coming into the pits while Blank was continuing on, and I think they touched.
Yeah, it's like Oaksy just
with
didn't.
damage. Oh.
Oaksy thought. Oaksy must have thought that Blank was pitting, but because I saw that at the same time as well, and it just wasn't the case. But you can't assume that someone's gonna pit in front of you. Yeah, that's well, I'm sure it will be dealt with after the race, but it's a shame because both guys are doing really well, and Oaksy's lost a lot of time in that wing change, but Blank, of course, out of the race with such a promising position, and with such little testing as well now, with his new job. Feel for him. It's gutting.
Yeah, I feel I'm in the same situation, in the same boat. I got a new job as well, and I just know the frustration if you can't practice enough and you're in that position of getting some big points, you just can't finish the job really. And yeah, Blake just couldn't do anything about it, and then Donamo came across, and I think he was the one, he was the, how do you say that? Why Blank lost his tire.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to have a look at it again, because it was a really strange situation. But yeah, we can't do anything about it right now. Blank out of the race, unfortunately. Oaksy could save himself by pitting and changing, or should I say repairing, his front wing. And now Donamo on those ultra tires with Mitch, as well as then Robbo made his pit stop. Those guys want to close up to Ricky, but Mitch is now closing up. 3.5 now, yeah, the gap is coming down. Yeah.
I think Ricky's going to be pitting this lap. Now, the gap, so Dan Robbo's gone out, how far behind? So Dan Robbo's 17.8 seconds behind Ricky. If Ricky pits now, which I think he will be doing.
Nope.
No, he doesn't. So he's obviously worried about making sure the tyre lasts, but this could cost him too much time, because the gap is 17. It was 17.8 to Dan Robbo. Yeah, he's really struggling on those tyres. And Dan Robbo's now 17.5. Fallen gets another 3-second penalty.
Yeah, you can just see the gap coming down, and Ricky is just pushing all out, ERS mode 4 on his car, so I think this is the lap he's coming in, just burning off all his ERS and fuel to have the maximum gap possible before he comes into the pits. But he knows he needs to stretch those tires because they will be both on the super soft tires at the end, unless he's gonna go for the 2-stop, but that seems very unlikely at the moment.
I see what he's doing.
Yeah, how fresh the tires, how faster he will be, and how easy it will be to manage the gap to Mitch when he pits to the super soft tire, as well as Matrix suddenly lost the position. Did he lose it again? I think he did.
So.
I think he did because he was behind on ammo.
Yeah, and he's going ninja now.
He's really struggling.
So, really scrappy, and that's probably probably the wing damage adding up. But Ricky pits. Now Ricky lost a lot of time on that lap. I see why he did it, because he had the gap, and he's obviously knows he needed to try and extend as much as he could to so that he doesn't lose so much time at the end of the race. So Dan Robbo's got ahead at this point, but Ricky is going to be coming through. Yeah, I think Robbo's done it. Yeah, comfortably in the end. So Dan Robbo has inherited the lead. So see, that's the problem. He's only got 2 laps fresher tyres, and he's lost essentially a 3-4 second swing. Sorry
to interrupt you. Wise Boy come round the outside of Matrix, who's really struggling with his wing damage. And yeah, just like you say, you see the difference, 2 seconds now, but then Robbo's getting held up by Crow and Steve, who are fighting. So this is the moment for Ricky to caught up. Oh, these guys, then Robbo just keep it calm.
This will help Mitch because of the traffic going on at the moment. And if he has anyone helping him, letting him know about that, because obviously he's got a few laps, he's probably going to be pinning around lap 14 or the 4th, so he's got 3 more laps still on these ultras to get the so that he can just attack then with those super soft tyres.
Is it a triple overtake? No way. No, it's just a single one. Oh my god. Oh, Crow, no, then Robbo in the wall. Then Robbo lost his front wing, and it's crowing over. Oh no, you just saw it happening.
Yeah, he's got bad wing damage, hasn't he? That's completely ruined his race. Oh no. And again, no bloody safety car. What is this? You've got 2 people in the Wall of Champions rather. He's still quick though. He's still going down the inside of Steve. Oh, and they're both side by side. Fair play. I'm sure he's got damage, hasn't he?
Yeah,
Dan Roberts got wing damage.
He lost his full right bit of his front wing. That's what I want to say. So those left-hand turns will be awful.
I think Steve's got bad damage then as well, or he's going really slow at the moment. But this has helped. This has helped Mitch tremendously. He gained about 2 seconds on this lap because of all the stuff that's occurred. So he's now, the gap is only 15.3 seconds. So he's not that far away.
And he's in. He's in.
Mitch pits.
Two
very
laps
early.
after Ricky. Well, yeah, that's gonna help him already.
Oh, but it's not gonna be. I'm surprised he's pitted this early.
I think it's just to cover off Ricky, because look how close he is right now. I think it's just to cover off.
So you think he's got the pace then? Yeah.
I think he knows he's got the pace. He just needs to stay close to Ricky to really get the efforts, because 2 lap fresher tires is almost like 5-6% on your tires.
Yeah.
Because the tire is really hard at this track, as I think Dan Robbo lost his full front wing there. He made contact with the wall.
Yeah, I saw a bit of debris there. Yeah.
Yeah,
really
look how much he's struggling. Yeah, just Mitch needs to get past now. Which he does.
I mean, he's defending. Dan Robbo is defending, but it's going to be. It's not going to work.
Fair enough. You're allowed to defend, but yeah, it's just Mitch is going to do it now.
And there he goes.
Yep, there he goes, and now he needs to catch up to Ricky and just stay behind him, and then when Ricky's tires start to go off, just make your move, get past him, and then it should be job done, as Dronamo is on super softs now as well. And he is coming out. Maybe he's gonna get past. No, I don't think so. No.
I think Mitch is very strong. He's always been strong on the harder compound tyres in a race. So he's already taken the gap down by 3/10 in the first sector alone. So Mitch flying using these fresh tyres while it lasts.
And falling out behind.
Right on the back of Matrix.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, Matrix struggling, of course, with that front wing damage, and falling now with the other Ferrari really close behind him as well, fighting for the last podium spot at the moment. As Ginginia and Weisberg just comfortably extending the gap on the super soft tires as they are waiting to make the laps count and starting to go on the ultra soft tires round, I think. Oh, as Fallen picks up another penalty. I think sort of lap 20, 22. I think it's time to pit for those guys.
Oh, very close, yeah, as the Fallen has made his move. And Matrix is trying to battle back again. Yeah, what a shame for him. He's a whole pit, he hasn't even stopped yet, and he's a whole pit stop behind his teammate, and they both start on the front row. Yeah, it's amazing how things like this can just, little mistakes can just completely change your race. And I think it's probably that 9 as he's letting Ricky through.
Yep, the 21.
If he is on that 9, if he is on that 9, I think it could be that's the cause. Now it could be some here. Matrix holds up Mitch, because Mitch is right up with these guys. Oh, they're very close, and Mitch is going for the move.
He needed to make the move. Let's go for switchback. No way, Matrix.
Switchback.
Oh, he can't
no,
make the move stick. Oh, he lost it again. Yeah, Matrix.
Now it's Mitch. Now Mitch will have DRS this time as well. So too will Ricky, as Ricky's lining up and trying to find a way past Fallen.
He needs to wait another lap, I think, Ricky, to make a move for Fallen.
This will help Mitch.
For it. Oh, Fallen. But this is really gonna help Mitch. Now he's right onto the back of them. Oh, Ricky for the switchback. No,
no,
really.
Just didn't get the traction. He has to be careful.
Yeah, this is just, yeah, look how close Mitch is already. This is what Mitch wanted. Oh, Ricky going for it. No way. Oh.
That's not when you're the championship leader.
And now the exit for Mitch. Now the exit for Mitch.
And he's got both got DRS. But
this
yeah,
will be
Mitch
the turning point in the race.
Mitch is saving his DRS.
Ooh, smart. Oh,
he's got
switchback.
He can ride. Get that overtake on, boy. There's sideline Mitch takes.
Yes, he takes it.
But Ricky's gonna come back through.
You know it with Ricky. You need to defend the inside. Oh, they touch. You need to defend the inside with Ricky, Mitch. You should have known about that. And now Ricky's got DRS to get past Fallen.
But I don't think he's going to catch Fallen in time. So he will be held up behind him. He has a look. Oh, that's going to compromise him massively into this corner. And he loses the rear end. And Mitch is at it again. Now Ricky's going to brake late. Ricky will brake late, and he's going to run wide because of it. They both run wide. Oh, this is... He's got better traction than Ricky. Ricky's rears are struggling already. And meanwhile, Don Ammo is 6. So Don Ammo's inherited 3rd place now, effectively, once everyone pits. He's 6.5 seconds behind this group. Oh, Ricky's really struggling.
Now Mitch on the exit. Maybe he can make it work this time. No, he's just playing strategically. 0 ERS, so that's probably why as well. But it's just when Ricky gets past Fallen first, he can pull away because Mitch will be stuck behind him for another lap. So when Ricky makes a move on Fallen, he needs to make sure he pulls away a lot, like maximum pace, to pull away from Mitch, because Mitch will have to close up the gap again to
and he got a poor
make sure he gets past
out
Ricky.
that corner.
Yep, he's gonna go for it. Ricky makes the move stick. Fallen again. He's picked up penalties left, right, and centre. No, Mitch!
Mitch has got wing damage.
No.
Oh, that's oh no! What a shame. Oh no! It's it just all concertinaed up in that corner. And that is cost Mitch the chance of victory today.
Oh, this is gonna lose him a lot of time. It's just fully gone on the right hand side. Oh my days, that's so annoying. So unlucky for Mitch to get that wing damage. I just wanted to say the last lap, I hope no one picks up damage and we can see this battle going all the way to the end. And then this happens the very next lap. And yeah, Fowler couldn't do anything about it. It was just a sitting duck on the exit of the left-right chicane. And yeah, oh, this is annoying.
I mean, thing is, do you pit again and get the wing change, or do you? It depends how much time he's going to lose, I suppose. But oh, the falling is not making life easy for Mitch. Mitch keeping it going on the track, but yeah, this is gifted Ricky the chance now to put away his nearest contenders, both with wing damage, coming through the traffic. Again, it's just Ricky's drive craft, his racecraft is he knows when to battle again. You know, like you leave the door open, and he's going to overtake. And that's classic karting moves. To be fair, in karting, if someone passes you, your best chance at them, if they're faster, is to pass them straight away. You can't give them that next chance to start getting in their stride and pulling away from you, because otherwise you need to keep getting them out of their momentum, break the momentum. So obviously that was the key move for Ricky. He had then track position. He was the one making the move fallen, and he's got away with all this scot-free. And he's now, his next guy is Wisey Boy. Ginger Ninja's going to be really quick at the, well, all these guys on the Supers are going to be really quick at the end of the race. Now, Ginger Ninja is currently, how many seconds he is? He's currently 5.6 ahead of Ricky. If a pit stop is roughly, you need about 16 seconds, isn't it? 16 seconds is a pit stop window. Yeah. So he's going to be roughly, by the time he pits, he's going to be about 11 seconds behind Ricky on Ultras. Now, I don't think he's going to be able to catch Ricky. However, he will be able to make quite a bit. At the moment, if he pits now, he's going to be coming back into around P7, but on track. But he's definitely got a great chance of getting a podium. Ginger Ninja. Oh, Ricky got a massive, almost lost it. He almost lost it and got 3 seconds. So, even this is the thing. This track is unforgiving, and yeah, Mitch is falling into the clutches of Don Ammo now. Don Ammo's flying at the moment, by the way. Fastest lap, Matty Robbo, Don Ammo. Like, Ricky is 1:11.8, Mitch 1:11.6. Mitch again. I think Mitch has got the place this time round.
Yes, he does.
Fallen's making it very hard for him, but I think he's done it now. But Don Ammo is, yeah, he's looking good at the moment. He's catching up with Ricky as well. As yeah, we've had the pit by Ginger Ninja, so he is on Ultra Softs now.
We come in front of Matty. Oh, just behind. Okay, so he needs to take Matty Robo, and then it's interesting to see if he can close up to the guys in front. But penalties will play effect, because I don't think Ginger Ninja got any penalties so far. So with the 3 seconds Ricky has, and Fallen has got like 30 minutes of penalties. Don't know about Dynamo, but yeah, guys having penalties, and that's gonna be interesting for Ginger Ninja, because I know he's really eager on penalties. As Dynamo touched the wall, didn't get any damage from it, but it's just a mid-strain at the moment. But Ginger Ninja, he needs to, he's already past Matty. Oh my god, I just missed that as well. Within half a lap, he already got past Matty Robo, and now he's 10 seconds behind the leader.
Oh, Ricky got hit! Ricky's got hit! Oh, he's got wing damage!
By Wisey Boy.
He got hit by Wisey Boy, and Mitch has got through, and Don Ammo's got through.
Oh,
unreal, the
no.
same thing's happened again. I was on board with him. Oh my god, this
Wisey Boy
race
did
is
an
unreal.
Oxy.
Yeah, he's done an Oxy again, and Ginger Ninja's got past him now. So Ginger Ninja's take third. Ginger Ninja has a great chance of winning now, because he's only 6 seconds behind. Mitch takes the lead. He'll be, Mitch will be even now more frustrated because he's got the wing damage. But what drama! I mean, Ricky was so lucky, but Ricky's got wing damage on his own because he clipped the wall. So Ricky's going to struggle to stay. He's just ahead of Matty Robbo, but those tyres are going to really struggle from that connection. So drama again.
Drama with the pit entry. Oh my days.
Mitch hits the barrier. It's all heating up now. Mitch looks for a little defence, but he keeps the door open. Don Amo's down the inside. And he takes the lead of this amazing Canadian Grand Prix. Mitch won't have DRS either to add insult to injury. I mean, it's still going to be a good result for Mitch. I think he's still going to be top 3. But what might have been had he not got that damage, you can never know. Control it. But yeah, Ricky's pitted. Oh wow, so Ricky must have really bad damage from that then, as Ginger Ninja's just blown the fastest lap to shreds. He can win this, Ginger Ninja. I think he will win this. The super soft, ultra soft strategy has worked a dream. Now Ricky is out of the points. He's going to be livid with Wisey Boy.
He will. He will be.
And also Roland has pitted.
Yeah, he's not having a really good race. Again. So.
Juventus. Oh, Ricky's gone wide. On the grass, just. Yeah, I think his head's gone there, and Roland's just going to get past him as well now. Yeah, it's just brake a bit too late coming out of the pits, and they got Juventus and all sorts there now. Oh, and Ricky's making a move down the inside with Roland.
You can see, I just know what's going on inside his head. You know he's fuming. If you go for that move at that moment, you own. Yeah, I think it's better for Roland to just leave it. It's not about points. You can only lose here. Just let him go. Yeah. Just let him do his job. Ricky is just all over the place right now. Just, don't get in his way right now.
Ginger Ninja has now,
with
3.5
seconds. In other news, water is wet.
Oh, Mighty Boy is done the fastest.
What's the gap? Let's see. 2.9. Oh my days. He's closing up to Mitch massively.
It's 2.6 now. 2.6 the gap between Mitch and Ginger Ninja.
He's even closing 1 second a lap to Donamo. So yeah, this is insane.
It's the thing. The super soft, ultra soft strategy is underrated around here. In a race trip it works because you don't get issues with the traffic that you do with the softer tyre. If you're on the soft, you saw everyone pitting, they ended up, because there were so many runners on the super soft, it's caused all this mayhem with the traffic, and the leaders obviously lost time because of it, whilst Ginger Ninja, being the leading super soft, was at his own pace. The guys ahead pitted, he had good clean laps to finish off his run on the super soft with, and the ultra will comfortably make the end of this race being on the lighter car, and he will have all the pace in the world to just catch up these guys massively. The gap is 4.3 to the leader, and now is at just a second, 1.3 to Mitch.
1.1 now even is the gap.
Yeah,
and he's within the DRS now, so on the back straight it will definitely go for a move.
Yeah, I think he'll get so much better traction out of the hairpin as well. Better braking. These sort of corners are what really make the difference, being on a softer tyre. Just better mechanical grip all round, and he is half a second behind. It's still going to be tough to make the move.
Yeah, I think he will do it on start finish. Just get a good run, really close now, get a good run. I think under braking that will be it.
But still, the DRS on the main straights doesn't quite, it's not enough, is it? He's
gonna go for it.
He's doing it.
I knew it. Yes, makes the mistake.
Yeah, so Ginger Ninja, 3.6 is the gap then to himself and Don Ammo.
3.6, he will probably close that down in Matrix, unfortunately. Physical penalties, but yeah, he'll probably close the gap in like 3 laps. And then we got 5-6 laps to go till the end of the race, and Rambo needs to defend for his life to make sure he gets that P1, unless someone picks up a penalty, because I don't think, maybe you can check, Lewis, if Donamo or Engineer got any penalties or on how many warnings they are, because that can maybe play a factor as well in this race.
Yeah, I'll have a look on here. Incidents. So Don Ammo has got a 3-second penalty earlier in the race. He got a 3-second penalty on lap 7. Ginger Ninja has currently just the 2 warnings, so he is close to a 3-second penalty now. Mitch has had just the 1 warning so far, and that was probably caused when he had the wing damage. So yeah, those guys are fine. The Fallen is a shame because he's 4th, but he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 penalties. So the Fallen is going to literally fall down the order. Probably about. Well, you had to.
Yeah,
it's a shame because he's in a really good position. Another one of the super soft, ultra soft runners. A lot of people ended up having to do 2. A lot of people have had wing damage in this race, which has helped those guys tremendously because it's about half the field have had to do 2 stops. And Matrix holding out on the 1 stop. Matrix is making his way back through now. He is 4 tenths behind Wisey Boy. And yeah, I think that's it. And interestingly, Don Ammo is able to keep the gap at 3.1 to Ginger Ninja.
But it's, yeah,
1:11.7. That was 7 tenths a lap slower for him that time round for Ginger Ninja. So maybe he had an off lap, maybe because he's taken down the time's coming down a bit in this sector. But maybe Don Ammo can hold on. But Don Ammo does have a penalty.
Oh yeah,
so
that's something to remember. Unless Engineer picks up a bit, well, he already got the lead in his hands. Roland now with the fastest lap. But yeah, of course, lap 7 on ultra soft tires. This is the moment where they don't have the ultimate pace anymore and just sort of gets into the rhythm of the same lap times, lap after lap after lap. Now he gained 4 tenths and he's almost on a full lap, so if he goes on, he will probably catch up to Dynamo at the very, very end of the race with sort of 2 laps to go. And Dynamo, he will need to defend this for his life, and maybe he's just gonna stick behind Ginginia and pressure him into a mistake that he picks up his 3-second time penalty, because otherwise Dynamo is not gonna win this race.
Well, that lap was much quicker for Ginger Ninja. Took 7 tenths out of Don Ammo's lead that time round, so the gap went from 3.2 to 2.5. The gap's now down to 2.4. So if he can keep at that rate, Ginger Ninja will catch up Don Ammo in the next 3 laps. But still to play for. The Fallen is catching Mitch up. He's now 8 seconds, where I don't think he's going to quite catch Mitch up. So I think Mitch is safe in P3 at the moment. Wisey Boy is a further 2.3 behind, and then Matrix is 6 tenths behind Wisey Boy. Despite being on older tyres, Matrix on 13 laps super softs, he's still able to keep Wisey Boy honest. But yeah, surely, Matrix is gonna, towards the end of the race, might struggle a little bit more with keeping hold of Wisey Boy. But he has got DRS. He's got DRS. He is having a look. They're just not quite close enough. Gets a really good run though out of the last corner. Yeah, he's lining him up here surely for a move. Down the inside he goes. Oh, they made contact side by side. Wisey Boy holds it in, but Matrix will get some good traction here. But Wisey Boy manages to survive that onslaught for now. yeah, Matrix is starting to lose the rears. I wonder if he is on that 9.
I think he is, after losing the car 2 or 3 times it was. I think he's definitely running. With 8 penalists, it can happen once, but definitely not twice or even 3 times. And yeah, he's done it a lot. And of course with the wing damage as well, and he needs to push, but I think he's just got his setup a little bit wrong today, and that's unlucky because I knew, and you said it already, he had the pace, he had the good setup, but he just done it a little bit too much, I think, and it just really cost his race today.
Yeah. So Juventus just at the fastest lap, so that's taken the fastest lap away from, I don't know, I think it's Whitey Boy.
Now Steve had the fastest lap, so now it's Juventus. So no one inside the top 10 will score an extra point as it stands like this, because Juventus now got it. As Ricky picks up another penalty, so he's on 9 seconds, but yeah, he's outside the points already. So it's just a bad day at the office for the Ferrari boys. And Ginginia is so close to be within a second.
I think he will. He's not going to quite get there, is he, before the DRS detection zone this time round?
Well, maybe with braking.
No, he's just still outside at the moment. But we've got a good battle. We've got 5 to go, 4 to go. No, 4 to go this time by.
So Tonamo got 4 laps to either make sure Gigene picks up a penalty, or just defend for your life and get the pride to finish. Ooh, number 1 on track, yellow sector 2. Don't know if someone lost it. Doesn't seem like
she's passed down Robbo. No, I haven't noticed anything.
Ricky got past Medi Robbo, so
Matrix is making a move again. Sorry, Matrix is having a little look on Wisey Boy. And Varamir's caught up onto the back of these guys as well. Wisey Boy has not been quick on these ultras. Varamir's had a lap older, his ultras, and he's caught right up the back of them. So this is an interesting battle for 5th place.
Yeah, so Varamir can maybe get P5 as well. Continues on like this. Wisey Boy doing a brilliant job to keep Matrix behind him, so Varamir could caught up to those guys. And now it's a freeway battle for P5.
Yeah.
And with Fallen, the penalty, Matrix lost it, and with the penalties Fallen has, it's P4. Let's see.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Let's see, yeah, Fallen is just up the road. And now Faramir maybe get past Matrix, got DRS as well, but he's just slow in a straight line, goes for the defensive line. Faramir around the outside, no way.
Oh no, that doesn't work.
Yeah, just you could see it happening.
Interestingly, Ginger Ninja can't get under a second to Don Ammo now, or he just has, but he desperately needs it because he's running out of laps. Maybe it's just now with these ultras. Saying that now, I think he's up to DRS, but he hasn't got much of it left. He ideally needs a lap just to save the DRS, because Don Ammo, they're both very similar to be fair. He is in DRS though this time, so he is going to gain a good amount of tenths down this straight. He isn't quite close enough to make a move, but yeah, this is in a much better position now. Our race battle for the win. So here we go. He's got the DRS. He's saving the DRS though. He's gone all the way to 0. And saving it again. So, but Don Ammo's doing the same thing. Don Ammo doesn't have much ERS left.
Well, Jason has got 2 warnings. It's so close, 2 laps to go.
Yeah.
If Nia picks up 1 more warning, it's game on. I don't want to put a commentator's curse on him, but it will make this race very interesting. So I sort of hope it as well. Is that fair? I don't really know, but I just want to make it a really interesting end of the race.
Yeah. Oh, we got some good battles here. The battle for 5th is, well, essentially 4th. Is still going. Matrix just doesn't seem to have the straight line speed to match Wisey Boy.
No, that's what I noticed as well. Matrix is not quick in a straight line. And that's really a
Yeah.
disadvantage of this track because you need to have the straight line speed. As Faramir not gonna go for it.
Well, I think we can get a change for the lead here. Ginger Ninja's gonna have so much more straight line speed, and he does so. Easily passes Donamo. Donamo had no chance in the end. Just didn't have the ERS.
So it's pressure time for Donamo. Make sure he makes a mistake and get past.
And now look at this. Matrix falling behind, and Varamir is having a look around the outside here, side by side in the bus stop. Oh, they're trying to squeeze himself through. But that has saved, I think, Whitey Boy now, for now. But Varamir will have another chance. Has a little look.
It's all or nothing on the next lap. This is going to get really interesting at the end of the race. These guys will go for it, no matter what. Oh, this is going to be very interesting. I'm calling a crash at the Wolf Champions again for the third time this race.
Hang on a minute. We might still have a battle for the win here because Donamo is only half a second behind, and he's got a lot of ERS. Hold on a minute. I mean, obviously, Ginger Ninja hasn't got any penalties, but on track, this could be an interesting one. I think he's just a bit too far back.
Yeah,
he's too far back.
He's not close enough, I think.
And didn't get good enough traction.
I will get the winner for once back on stream. She will cross the line, weaving around the track. It's P1 for Ginger Ninja, P2 for Donamo, and Mitch with a really solid P3. But we need to go to the battle for P5. Matrix now, he needs to defend.
Varamir's having a look, but he's just,
it's not close enough. So what is gonna do with penalties? Fallen, he will drop down to like P17 or something. Let's see.
He does. Oaksy goes to 5th.
Oaksy to 5th. Oh. The Robo got past, Ricky got past. Maybe Robo didn't get past. But Oaksy to P5, Wisey Boy P4, Matrix P6, Faramir P7. Yeah, the two Ferraris will be disappointed with this one. Start at P1 and P2 and finish P6 and P10. Matrix struggling with the setup and Ricky just really unlucky. Together with Blank, they both got the same incident sort of, which was really strange. I've never seen it happen before really. The people collide. Like, it's a strange pit entry, I must admit it, but you sort of keep that in mind when you go into the pits, that you don't know if the person in front of you is gonna pit as well. So
I don't get. It's very surprising to see that. If you're gonna pit, especially if someone's ahead of me, I always think, right, I'm assuming they're not gonna, they're not gonna pit. You just got to assume that. And both those situations cost P2 guys dramatically with their finish, with their race result.
Yeah, it is, but good podium. Unlucky for Mitch with his wing damage, but good job from him all around. So we have changing in with no penalties up to P1, to P1 on track as well, coming down from 11th place. Really solid job, Donamo, with the penalties. He picked up 2 penalties as well, so would have got the win anyway. Mitch P3, Wisey Boy P4, Oxy P5, Matrix P6, Faramir P7, then Robo P8, Steve P9, Ricky takes the final point, P10. We got Fallen, Medirobo, Roland, Juventus, and Crone and Blank with the DNF. Really unfortunate. So we'll invite these guys to the party. Waiting for the guys to join the commentary box. Nia is in, Donamo is in. I'm waiting for Mitch to join as well.
Now is my voice on?
Yeah,
last time it wasn't.
Yeah, last time it wasn't. Let's see. Go to. Yeah, your voice is now on. So Should be good. And Mitch joined the commentary box as well. So with that, guys, make sure your audio is allowed to be shared. I know Dynamo is voices, so Ninja and Mitch, make sure your voice is allowed to be shared as well. We can start off with
Is it
the
working?
interviews. Yep, it is.
Should be good. I don't change anything.
Perfect. Sweet.
So Mitch, yeah, I think we can start off with you. P3, you were on to getting the victory, pitted really early on the Ultrasoft to go to the Supersoft stint, and then unfortunately you picked up wing damage. But firstly, let's get off with the very early stop. Was it to cover off Ricky, or was it just already your plan to pit really early on those Ultrasoft tires?
I just planned on pitting that earlier between lap 12 and 13. Yeah, that was the game plan. It works perfect. I had the pace, had the pace all week. So
Yeah, we noticed that, and I heard some guys in the chat as well. But then after that, you came back behind Ricky and Fallen, who were battling like crazy, and then you picked up wing damage. Was it because of Fallen, or did you just made a mistake on your own?
I didn't make a mistake. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
So it sort of was Fallen, but you don't want to.
I mean, I don't
just
know why
just
you,
explain. Just explain us
You're on a
what
different
actually happened.
strategy, and you're holding up the leaders to the point where it's getting dangerous, and that's what happens. So
Okay, yeah, I think that says enough really. So yeah, after that it was just the damage limitation. I think. Yeah, Dynamo just could get away, and you couldn't really do anything against it. And after that, Engineer came up on the different strategy as well. But still, prefer at the end, happy with the result. Or yeah, I know it's frustrating because you could have finished maybe P1 or
I mean, I
P2,
finished
but
P3. Yeah, I finished P3, but honestly, I should have won that race by 10 seconds. So
yeah, really unfortunate, but still P3. So yeah, sort of congratulations
Yeah,
on
I'm
that
happy
one,
with
mate. Yeah.
thank you. And I just want to quick shout out to my teammate Dan. Just want him to know I am thinking of him and his family in these hard times. I just, it's a shame that it happened, but look forward to next week with him.
Yeah, definitely really, really good words, and I exactly think the same. So yeah, really good. Going to P2 Dynamo, now your voice. We can finally hear your voice again after no interviews when you finished P1, and your voice was not allowed to be shared when you finished P2. But now we can hear you. Unfortunately, with the 6 seconds time penalty, you couldn't do anything about the win, but a very solid performance, really good pace on the super tires. Just tell us about your race, really, really solid job.
Yeah, thank you very much. I was quite lucky to get on the podium with all the incidents, I think.
Yeah,
Well, I'm happy
yeah,
with
you
that.
were. Yep. Yeah, a lot of incident happens in front of you, and you just make sure you didn't get caught up in those incidents and just drove a really solid race. But when you saw JJ and Nia on those ultra tires, you knew it was gonna be over, or you just really wanted to push to maybe get the victory as well.
I didn't know what was going on with Mitch. I thought he picked up wing damage when he was in front of me, and
Yeah,
I
he
was just
did,
trying to
yeah.
get out of the 3 seconds because I had a penalty already. And I was getting too excited and picked up another penalty, and then obviously Ninja caught up, and there was no point in trying to battle him and potentially crashing. Because I would lose out in the end anyways.
Yep, yeah. So I think that's a really, really good call from you. Just don't take any risks. Take the 18 points and go with it. So yeah, really, really good job. Congratulations on P2.
Thank you.
Then we go to, in my opinion, the driver of the day, Ginger Nia, from P11 up to P1. All the carnage in front of you, but you took the win from Supersoft to Intersoft. Just tell us about your race, man. Brilliant, brilliant job.
Well, initially I didn't think it was going to go very well. I missed out in qualifying. I was about to do a hot lap on the Hypersoft tyre, and I missed the checkered flag by about a second or two, which made me start in P11. I probably could have got pole or very high up on the hypersoft, but no, I just fueled it high, and yeah, the super soft worked really well in the first stint, and I knew I'd be faster on the second stint. So yeah, very happy.
Really good job. When you saw all the carnage in front of you, you knew you were gonna take the win, or you were still really nervous and really unsure about taking the victory?
Well, it wasn't my ideal strategy. I was hoping to start a bit higher up the order, but in hindsight, it seemed to work out. I kept out of trouble. Everyone else seemed to be having contact, getting penalties and everything in front, so I decided just to keep it tidy. And yeah, at the end, I knew Don Namo had a time penalty, so
Okay. Yeah.
no, it wasn't too much of a battle.
Yeah, really well done. Congratulations on your P1, and just overall congratulations on the podium, guys.
Thank you. Well done, everyone else.
Nice job, guys.
So, yeah, I think that rounds up the interviews and rounds up the stream. Lewis, thank you very much for joining the commentary box with me. It was a pleasure as always.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And from my commentary box, like Mitch already said, I want to wish Dan the best of luck and his family. Wish you all the best, and I hope to see you back next week, mate, for commentary on Monday and racing on Tuesday. Really miss you this week, and you're a great addition to the league, so hopefully you're back next week and everything goes fine. So with that being said, I hope to see you guys back next week for again another Tier 2 stream, and I hope to guys tune in tomorrow for the Tier 1 race, where I hopefully can get finally a good result again, because I really need it, but it's gonna be hard with all those guys in front of me. But we've got to wait and see. Tune in tomorrow, and I hope to see you guys back next week. See you later. Goodbye.